right, man. Let's talk about the Lions' position of need coming into the 2024 offseason. I can't remember exactly when the new year league start, but obviously to be after the Super Bowl. But yeah, man, we can rank these needs. I mean, I think some of these need to be a little bit surprising. But I think they got a few major needs. I think it's hard to kind of talk about this on another video, but I wanted to specify it in a video. I think you splitting hairs when you're talking about these two positions at the top of the list: interior defensive lineman and cornerback. I mean, obviously, if Anazurki had worked out, I think they need two corners too. By the way, two starting corners. I feel like if Anazurki would have worked out, you wouldn't even be filling this position. I think you'd be good with how McNeil developed, how Benito Jones, did good, and then you got Bryce Martin behind him. But I think you gotta let Levi Anazurki go, and I'm gonna just go ahead and say interior defensive lineman because they harder to find. If you can find somebody that can push the pocket and stop the run, I mean, that's what you're looking for. We could take Prime and Dominican Sue and drop them on this team. They're probably in the Super Bowl. Had Anazurki stay healthy and begin him to develop, and then he take a shot on the guy with a back injury, he would have did what he posed. I think he should have done as a pro. Then I think it's a different football team. That push from the defensive tackle position, that's exactly what you need. That's the quickest way to the quarterback. It's right up the middle in his face, not coming around the edge. So I'm gonna go ahead and just get at a slight priority over the cornerbacks, but they need two cornerbacks coming in at number 2. I would say I would get rid of Cam Sutton. I bring back Vitor as a developmental or as a depth guy, kind of like how Michael Ford was for us for a while. But in all due honesty, man, I just think they need a veteran and they need a young guy. You can see this kid from Alabama named Kool-Aid. I don't know much about the corners of this year's draft. I get to study him. But they need a corner. They need a corner. They need two of them. It would have been nice if they would have got their hands on Christian Gonzalez or Devin Witherspoon. And I wondered, had Christian Gonzalez failed to them with that second first-round pick, would they have drafted him or Jack Campbell? And I know it's hard to find interior linebackers too. So, I mean, like I said before, we was going to draft Devin Witherspoon, but the Seahawks took him one pick before us. So, that kind of hurt the game right there. But nonetheless, but yeah, I haven't looked at the free agent market, but they need some linebackers that fit what they're trying to do. I think in essence, Aaron Glenn would love to be a man team. But obviously, you want to have a team that can do both, play man and play zone, and that's critical with corners. So I think two corners, that's like the number 2 priority. I mean, 1B, 1A, I'm not going to argue with you being number 1 and pushing the tier lineman to number 2, but I just know how critical that if you got McNeil keep extending the way he going up, and you get another interior lineman that can bring some juice to that line, man, they can be dangerous, bro. You should be able to put anybody on the other side of Aiden Hutchinson with them 3. You should be really, really rolling, to be honest. And then third, I would say this is in my mind. Third, I would say wide receiver. And I want to make sure I ain't forgetting that. Yeah, I would say wide receiver. I would not bring Josh Reynolds back. It's not just over the drop, but I just think you can get more production at that spot on the outside. That's why I was kind of an advocate of bringing DeAndre Hopkins in, because the way he gonna run that route tree is gonna be unbelievable. Now, if they feel that J-Mo can slide in and play that position, I still think you just need another wide receiver out there that you can depend on. You know what I'm saying? And I just think they need another wide receiver. That can be a veteran, a young guy. So, it don't have to be a high-priced guy like Mike Evans, but if you get your hands on Mike Evans, and it makes sense, okay, cool. But I just think they can get more production from that position. You go St. Brown, J-Mo, whoever you bring in, Khalif Raymond being the gadget guy. And then, I mean, if you want to keep Donovan Peoples-Jones, you believe in the green guy, I'm not sure. You got a couple guys on the practice squad, so I don't know how that would go. But I think they need a strong outside receiver. That's what I'm trying to say. They need somebody on the outside that can consistently win. You know what I'm saying? I think they need a strong candidate on the outside. You know, and if that guy can stretch the field, cool. If that guy could just be a chain mover, that's cool too. But if he can stretch the field and be a chain mover, and that's kind of what Mike Evans kind of lacking at, in my opinion, is that Mike Evans can't move the chains. You know, like really is long, is deep routes or bust for him. So that's just my opinion on it, you know. But it's just my opinion. But you know, that's just my opinion on it. All right, moving on. Then I would say, you know, after that, I would say you probably need some offensive line depth. You know, that's what I would say. You probably need some offensive line depth. So yeah, I think you probably would need some offensive line depth after that. I think you would need somebody that can be able to push. You know, bring Matt Nelson. I know he was injured, some of these guys, but yeah, you don't want to have a huge drop off in the offensive line. I know depth was kind of some concern this year. You know, Ragnar have his injuries, Decker older, he have his injuries. I mean, you know, Jonah Jackson kind of frequently injured. So I mean, yeah, you kind of want some youth, kind of, you know, behind Graham Glasgow. You probably want some youth, you know, a developmental guy that can play some tackle, or you can prepare him to play some left tackle or some right tackle, just ready when you're ready to get the keys over to Swell at left. Can jump in and play right tackle. So that's kind of what I'm thinking of, man. And you know, that's kind of what I'm thinking of in my opinion, man. And then probably fifth, you probably need a kicker. I think that second field goal that Dan Campbell refused to go for that is you know, one, you know, I think he ain't believe Badgie could make it from that far. The first one, it really was no excuse, but I think that second one, I think it was like, yeah, he can't really make it. You know, I don't think he really thought he could really make it. So I think if they can upgrade at the kicker position, cool. But also, you seen the Chargers. You know, they got rid of young Hoku prematurely, and then, you know, the Atlanta Falcons picked him up, and he been a guy saying for them as well too. So yeah, he been a godsend for them. So a lot of times, you know, a lot of people give up on kickers too quick. I know the 49ers probably ready to give up on Moody from Michigan. But in my humble opinion, I just think it's premature for you to give up on kickers too fast. I mean, you know, the NFL game is different. I mean, some of these guys come from rugby and shit. So, yeah. So, you know, you still, you know, obviously they kept Badgley in the cut. I don't know why. We still don't know why Patterson got cut. We still don't have a explanation on why Patterson was cut. So, we don't have that explanation. Still to this day, we don't have that explanation. So, well, I never seen it, and I could be wrong. But yeah, I think those kind of the 5 things that they missing. I probably could miss 1 or 2 there, but hey, let me know what y'all girls and guys think. I ranked them. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. The subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications. Increase your chance, get notifications. We go live and drop video. Financially, want to support the channel, Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Hit the link tree, all my social media links there. Peace.